I don't know what happened. I've dropped that call. Somebody called me. I need to learn how to use my phone to where. So this phone is new, so forgive me. I'm sorry. But so nothing is wavering. So I'm back on. I'm talking about surrendering, and I'm continuing to where I left off because I'm in the spirit. Nothing is wavering. Nothing. The universe is asking you. Nothing wavering. Nothing shall stop you. Nothing shall get in your way. Nothing shall prevent you from trusting what it is that's coming your way. Because if you release the fear, if you release the uncertainty that you are safe and that there is something greater for you, if you release that there is somebody that is watching over you and taking care of you and making sure that you have everything that you need, everything that you say that you need, everything that you say that you want, everything that you put into the ethers that you need to bring to you, that is what is being brought to you. And you have to be faithful and honest and understand that the power lies in your mouth, it lies in your hands, it lies in your heart. To claim it, you got to own it. And the only way you're going to do that is to surrender. And the only way to surrender is to feel safe knowing that there's something greater than you, something greater than what you see, something greater than what you desire. Something is just something greater. It's something greater. It's something greater. It is something greater out there that is for you. But the only way you're going to know it is if you surrender. You got to surrender. So that unsafe feeling when you know that the only thing, and this could be conditional too, if you want to say that has a condition, if you look at it from a perspective of that level. But the only condition that the universe is asking you to is just to trust it. That's it. It's not asking you to think 3 times or sleep 3 times or cry 5 times or do this or do that or anything. It's just saying trust. And whatever it is that's keeping you from trusting it is what's keeping you from surrendering, is what's keeping you from trusting it, what's keeping you from surrendering it, which is keeping you from trusting it. It's a cycle. It's a generational curse. Break that curse. Let you be the one to break that curse. Let you be the one to break that curse. Stop it. Think higher. Think better for yourself. Know that there is something greater for you, that there is something greater out there with you, something greater that is for you. And it is waiting for you. It is waiting for you to manifest yourself in front of it. It is asking you to stand before it. It is already there. It is already waiting for you. You will ask God to prepare you. God is preparing you for things that are already prepared for you. He is preparing you. He is waiting on you. You're not waiting on him. Them things that have already been written for you, that have already been predestined, that have already been manifested, that have got a not an expiration date, but an arrival date to it. It's already there. It's waiting on you. When you gonna come? When you gonna submit? When you gonna surrender? When are you gonna do what you're supposed to do? When are you gonna let go? When are you gonna walk to it? When are you? It's up to you. You. It is you. When are you gonna do it? Stop pointing the finger at every damn body else and everything else. When are you gonna do it? Period. When are you going to do it? You have to feel safe in that. So we know that being fearful and not feeling safe, we know that because people have constantly let you down, that you feel like you cannot feel safe with what's going on, because especially that the fact that it's unseen. And that's the problem with people in the physical. You have to go beyond the physical because you can't see it. You don't believe it. You can't receive it. And if you don't believe it, you can't receive it. If you don't believe it, you can't receive it. And if you can't receive it, you don't believe it. You have to break that cycle. It's a generational curse. You have to believe it to receive it. You have to receive it to believe it. You have to believe it to receive it. You have to receive it to believe it. So you have to know that you're going to get it. You have to know that it is there for you to take, and you have to go fucking get it. You have to go fucking get it. You have to go fucking get it. And in order for you to go get it, you have to know that this is what you need to be going to get. Did I say that right? I don't know if that made sense, but you have to know that it is what you need to go get. You're a go-getter. What are you going to get? Are you going to get the things that you need to be getting so that you can actually get the things that you need to get? period. And you're feeling unsafe because you were abandoned before. So what if somebody else left you? The universe is never going to leave you. The only time you leave is when you pass away. And that is your physical being. That is it. But your spiritual and your essence will always remain. You have made your mark. When you arrived, you made your mark. Who are you? Who are you? And you have to know what that is. You have to know who that is. When somebody says, who are you? You have to know what that is. You have to know who you are. Answer that question. Can you answer that question? Drop them comments and let me know. Can you answer that question? Do you know who you are? And forgive my shaking, guys. I'm just doing this. It's being moved by the Spirit. This is my notes taken. Some just told me to jump on here. Somebody needed to hear this, so I'm just being obedient. Are you fearful? Are you feeling unsafe? Don't worry about the conditions that somebody else placed on you. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know that is not who is in control. They are not in control. Believe something greater that is in control. And number 3, that third reason is you do not, and get this, guys, get this, and this is going to break some hearts, but it's the truth. You do not trust God. Whether that is the God that you say who your God is, or the God in you, or the universe, whatever it is, you do not trust. Whatever you think that is moving you to do what you're supposed to do, that is your God. You don't trust it. So that covers all aspects. Even if you're an atheist and don't believe in a higher power, you don't even trust that if you're still not living out your purpose. Even if you're a non-believer is somebody that does not believe, and to not believe means you do not trust. And if you do not trust God, then you do not believe God, then you are a disbeliever. Are you a disbeliever? Understand that. A disbeliever is someone that does not trust completely. You do not believe. You do not trust. Therefore, you will put the word but in everything. You will say, I did that and it didn't work, and you will just give up. You will not push yourself forward. You will not continue to do what it is that you're supposed to do, because you don't trust that whatever has been told to you is real or true. You don't trust God, whatever that God is, whoever that God is for you. If it is yourself, you don't trust yourself. You don't trust yourself because you made fucked up decisions before in the past and they didn't work. I get that. Because what you've seen in the past about even yourself, you don't even trust. I get that. That makes total sense to somebody who's thinking on a fleshly level, somebody that's not ready to awaken themselves to the reality of it is way beyond that, and you got so much more damn power, and you can think differently. Trust yourself to think differently. Yeah, you didn't trust yourself in the past. That's why you failed. Trust yourself this time. Do it differently. We got to be radical. You got to be different. You got to be different. You have to be different. If you want different, you got to be different, period. You can't expect shit to change if you're not changing. You can't always expect shit to come to you if you're not giving out. It's not going to happen. You have to learn to give that energy back and receive that energy just as well. You do not trust God. Everything in your life may have failed and left you, and you feel like everything is lost and it's gone and it's sad and you feel with pain. Everybody else done let you down. Everything done failed. And you equate that to the power of the Creator and His source and the source that He put in you. You allow things that have already happened, the stuff that you've seen, to interfere with what is in your head, what is in your heart, what is in your imagination. Go dig deep in your imagination. What is in your imagination? What do you imagine? What do you dream of? What do you want? What did you want as a kid? What did you love as a kid? What did you want to do as a kid? Start there. Learn to trust that, and whatever that is what you're supposed to be doing. That is where you're supposed to be headed. That is the path. That is even if you don't end up doing that, it's going to lead you. That is going to lead you to where you're supposed to go. Tap into yourself. Tap into yourself. Tap into yourself. Why are you not tapping into who you are? Why are you scared of people think that, like my son got some puppets And when those puppets arrived, boy, I was more excited than he was. And my older daughter is 23, 24. So she was looking at me because I'm jumping and flipping and hopping just like my son, 8-year-old. We got puppets because when I was a kid, I loved puppets and I never was able to get puppets. My mother and father, they didn't do stuff like that. They didn't tap into my soul. I was very creative as a kid, and they didn't allow me to tap into that. And I'm young. I'm 8. I don't know. I didn't know nothing about ordering stuff. Shit, I don't even think that you probably couldn't even order nothing online back then. You may have. I don't know. Probably so. I don't know. I know they had debit cards because I remember being traumatized when my mom went shopping, and by the time she got to the credit card, to me, all the money was gone. And I was always wait till the next time. And next time never came. So that developed my lack of trust in people. And ultimately, when you begin to be broken and hurt by people over and over and over again, because it's trapped in your mind that this is your life. This is what you get. This is you. And you think that and you continue to live that out over and over and over again. But because you were let down by people, don't think that God is letting you down. That God in you is not letting you down. That's why you continue to it continues to nudge at you. It continues to something is telling me when you get that something is telling me, man, that feeling, that's that God. That's that higher source. That is your higher being speaking to you. It is speaking to the lower self in you. Speak back. Speak back. Respond to it. Answer that call. It is calling your name. Your phone been ringing for the longest, and you keep sending it to voicemail. You ain't trying to hear that, because it's easier to run from your problems. It's easier to send life to voicemail, because it's easier to act like it didn't happen. It's easier to deal with it later. It's easier to put it on the shelf. It's easier to say, fuck it, I don't want to accept that, and then do something crazy and dramatic and fuck up everybody else's life around you. It's easier to do shit like that than it is to tap into your soul and face the truth about yourself. You don't even trust yourself. You don't trust God. You don't trust the universe. You need to get grounded. And again, I talked about being grounded yesterday and being connected. That's it, a part of it. Trust yourself. Heal from your pain. Heal from your pain. And I give you 3 things to do about those 3 things that are keeping you from surrendering. So we know that surrendering is letting go of the control that you have on the outcome of your life and the outcome of things to come. Letting go of all of your faculties and just letting the energy of you surrendering match that of the ethers in the universe, and allow God to do what it is that He was supposed to do, that He's supposed to do. Allow Him to do what He's supposed to do. Allow Him to do what He's supposed to do. And to do that, you got to remove the fear. You have to learn to feel safe, and you definitely have to trust Him. And how do you do that? 1, own your shit. Number 1, own your shit. It may stink, but it is your waste to be disposed of. Get rid of those old wasteful beliefs. They are not yours to keep. They belong to the toilet. They belong down the toilet. It is some shit that does not belong to you. Just keep telling yourself that. Those old thoughts is some shit that does not belong to you. Flush it down the toilet. Flush it down the emotional toilet. Let it go. And what happens when it goes down the toilet? It's gone. You don't see it no more. Let it go. Let it go. Don't worry about it no more. Don't let it keep twisting and turning you. Let it go down. Let it go down. Go down. Let it go down. Number 2, accept your past for what it really was, not what you wanted it to be. Accept your past for what it really was and not what you wanted it to be. Accept your past for what it was and not what you wanted it to be. And I got to do sorry about this, guys. Accept your past for what it really was and not what you wanted it to be. And me accepting my reality, my father, and what he really was to my mother was not pretty. But I had to let go of that fantasy version of who I thought my father was, because I definitely wasn't manifesting my truth, because I was praying for the universe to send me a man just like my daddy. And I definitely got that. So the way my father was to my mother is what I received from the men that I was praying for, not even knowing what my father really was to my mother, because my mother hid it from me and he hid it from me. And then by them separating, I didn't acknowledge that fully. I was in denial. I was a kid. I just loved my daddy and I wanted him to be around. Because I know when he came around, I felt better. I felt safer. I felt safe. But I had to come to the grips of the reality that he wasn't that to my mom. He didn't make her feel safe. I'm pretty sure she walked on eggshells. I'm pretty sure she wanted to kill his motherfucking ass. I'm pretty sure. But I was praying for that because I didn't accept my reality. I had to accept my reality. I had to accept my past for what it really was. And I was emotionally abandoned, emotionally scarred. I was emotionally abused as a kid. I was physically and sexually abused as a kid. You know, I was abandoned. I was neglected. The only thing I really had safety in was money. Like I didn't worry about money and finances. That was never a problem with me. That was never a problem in my life. Never a problem in my life. Never. But I had to accept my past for what it really was. So what's keeping you from accepting your past for it being what it really was? Why are you holding on to some lie, some secret some family secret that somebody keeps telling you that shit ain't real? It's fake. It's not true. Break that generational curse. Accept the fact that there might have been some molesters in the family. It might have been some rapists in the family, some murderers in the family, some gangsters in the family. It might have been some serial killers in the family. It might be some people that were homosexual in the family. It could have been devil worshippers in the family. Pastors in the family. It could have been, who knows? It could be cashiers. It could be business owners. It could be anything. Accept them. Accept who your kids are. Parents, we got to learn to accept our kids for who our children are. Not only that, our reality of our own past, we have to accept the reality of what we did to our kids. We have to accept the fact that we done fucked our kids up. Just like our parents fucked us up, we fucked ours up. And you have to make up for that. You have to atone for that. Because they need it. Because if not, they going to go on to have kids and mess their kids up. You feel me? So we have to own up to our shit. We have to accept the reality of shit and be real. We have to be fucking real, man. If you are not real, it's not going to fucking work. And once you accept all of that, then you rewrite what is meant to be.